Hi, my dear students. Welcome back. Here today we are going to discuss about IGCSE papers. Here you see General Certificate of Education Alternate Level, that is GCE paper, and here you have 5054. This is the code number. 5054 is the physics code number for GCE. If you are doing IGCSE, the code number is 0625. Okay, here you see there are three papers. We have first paper is MCQ, and second paper is theory, and third paper is ATP. MCQ, the code number will be 505412, and theory paper is 22, and the ATP is 42. And here every year there will be two papers. One is summer, another is winter. So summer 010, that means May June 2010. Winter 19, that means October November 2019. Like that, you have to identify the code. You should know the coordination. So 5054 is the physics code number 54, and S is a summer, 10 is the year, number 12 is a MCQ paper, first paper, and first paper is MCQ. In MCQ there will be 40 questions. There will be 40 questions. So we are going to discuss these questions one by one. Okay. Hope you will enjoy, and it's not difficult. It's very easy. Just you follow my instructions. Okay, students, here we go. Here I'm going to solve the first question. You see here, the following statements are about motion. Now this time we are discussing May June 2010 paper 1-2 we are discussing. So it is better if you have a past paper with you and have a calculator and your notebook, and you can come along with me so you would know. And then if you have any thing to note it down, you can just use your book. Okay, let's start. The following statements are about motion. Here is they give a plane flies due east. So here you have to note down due east for 600 kilometer. So east is a direction and 600 kilometer is a magnitude. So here we have the direction, here you have a magnitude. And runner's average speed is a scalar quantity around the track, 5 meter per second. So here you have magnitude, there is no direction. A snail crawls at 3 millimeter per second. Here is a magnitude. Straight line is a direction. So here you have a magnitude, and here you have a direction towards a lettuce. And fourth one, a tourist travels 500 kilometer on a journey. This is just a magnitude. So which statement describe vector quantities? So vector quantities which has both magnitude and direction. So what are the options has the direction and magnitude? The first option, and you can see here the third option. These two options are having directions and magnitude. So our answer is B. So we solve the first question, and the name of the topic here is measurements. And second, power is measured in watts. What is the correct symbol for millions of watts? Okay, millions means a big number. It has 6 zeros. 6 zeros. So 6 zeros of watts. Whenever we write the unit of scientist, what is the scientist name? So we have to write in capital. And this million, as a scientific notation, it is mega. So megawatts, both are in capital letters. Here you see, if it is a simple letter, it is known as a milli. So it is a milliwatts. The watts is wrong because it's a simple letter. So here say milliwatts is correct, but it is milli, it's not million. So here it is million, but the watts is in simple letter, so it is wrong. So wrong, wrong. So here you see megawatts. Mega must be in capital because it is bigger number, and watts is the scientist name. Whenever we write the symbol of scientist, we have to use capital letter. So here is the answer. Is this clear, students? And we do the third question. Two men jump out of an aeroplane at the same time. One of the men opens his parachute and the other man remains in free fall. There are two, one with the parachute, another without parachute. So he is called parachutist and he is falling freely, because if he does not have any parachute, he won't get air resistance for some time. He will not get air resistance for some time, or he will get a less, relatively very less air resistance. But here the surface area, you see, surface area affects the air resistance. Area increases, air resistance increases. You see, area increases, air resistance increases. There is another factor, speed increases, AR means in short form of air resistance increases. So you should by heart. This will be helpful for you when you do the theory question. So students, the surface area increases, so he will be getting a lot of air resistance. So because of that, he will reach the ground after a longer time, but he does not have the parachute, and then the air resistance will be less and he will reach faster. So why is the man in free fall moving faster than the parachutist? The man in free fall experiences greater air resistance. The concept is wrong, you see. Here free fall, which means a man falls freely or any object falls freely, which means there must not be any air resistance. There must not be any air resistance. Not only air resistance, there won't be any external disturbances. There must not be any external disturbances onto him. So this option is wrong. And second option, the man in free fall has greater mass. Next important concept here, you see, greater mass or less mass. Any mass will not affect the will not be affected by the gravity. So the mass will not be affected by the gravity. So this concept is, the option is wrong. The parachutist experiences greater air resistance. Yes, that's right. The parachutist has not reached terminal velocity. The parachutist, eventually he will reach terminal velocity. What is terminal velocity? When we discuss about theory questions, then I will explain what is terminal velocity, dear students. Okay, now the second page means this, here it is third page. Okay, so get ready. Now we are going to discuss question number 4, 5, 6. Okay, a student measures speed of a trolley. At one instant, the speed of a trolley 1 meter per second, and 2 seconds later, the speed is 4 meter per second. So here is the initial speed u, and here is the final speed v, and 2 seconds. They just a trick, is a trick. 2 seconds. They did not give a number, they give in letters. So it is important to use these three values in a formula. You should know what is the acceleration of the trolley. So acceleration is equal to v minus u over t. So what is v here? Final speed is 4 minus initial speed is 1 divided by the time is 2. So 3 divided by 2 is 1.5 meter per second square. So this topic is kinematics, right? And the previous topics, here is also kinematics, and this is a measurements. Okay. Next, question number 5, same kinematics. The speed time graph shows the movement of a car. Here you have to always, whenever a graph is given, first you have to note down the name of the two axes. This is the speed time graph. Okay, what does the shaded area of the graph represents? This is a fact question. If you find the area in speed time graph, VT means speed time graph. If you find area in speed time graph, you are actually find the distance traveled by any object. So here the total distance traveled by the car, the total distance, because you find the total area. Here it is the total area, complete area, so you are finding the total distance, right? Okay, so we solve this question. And question number 6, a passenger is sitting in an aeroplane which takes off and climbs to 10,000 meter. During this time, what happens to the mass and to the weight of the passenger? Mass never change. So these two options are noticed. Decreases, increases. These two options are wrong. So at the beginning, easily you can cancel the two options. Now only we have to decide and select the right option from C and D. Okay, now you are more above the ground. As you go more above the earth, that is 10,000 meter, almost you are 10 kilometer above the ground, 10 kilometer above the ground. So G value, that is acceleration due to gravity, the gravity value decreases as you go up. As the altitude increases, as the height from the ground increases, G value decreases. So eventually when you use your formula W is equal to mg, since the G value is less, your weight value decreases. So the right option is here C. So D is wrong. Is this clear, students? Next question, next page. Okay, page number 4. Question number 7, a wooden trapdoor is hinged along one side and when closed is supported on the other side by a ledge. When the trapdoor is closed, the ledge exerts an upward force of 15 Newton on the trapdoor. The gravitational field strength is 10 Newton per kilogram. What is the mass of the trapdoor? Now you have to observe the diagram. Here is a hinge. You can call this as a pivot P. And there are two forces. Here is a weight is one force and the upward force. There are two forces. Okay, now this force produces a moment. This upward force also produces a moment. So always you draw an arrow mark to the pivot. From the force, the direction of force is upwards to the pivot. So why? To know whether it is clockwise or anti-clockwise moment. The weight downward, from downwards to the pivot. So it produces a clockwise moment. Which one? The weight produces clockwise moment. So here I am doing the question. So clockwise moment is equal to anti-clockwise moment. So the clockwise moment is a weight. So the formula is F1 D1. This is the moment formula, force into perpendicular distance. Anti-clockwise moment is produced by the upward force 15 Newton. So the formula is here F2 D2. So what is the downward force of weight? We don't know, because they ask what is the mass of the trapdoor. So here is the center of gravity of the trapdoor. From the middle of the trapdoor, a force is acting downwards, is called a weight. First you find the weight, then later we can find the mass. I will explain how. So here we put x multiply d1. This is the perpendicular distance. How do you find the perpendicular distance? From the pivot to the force applied point, the point of force application. So downward force, here is the weight and here is the pivot. The distance is here mentioned 30 centimeter. So right here 30. And here is the upward force. Upward force is here 15 Newton multiplied by the d2, perpendicular distance. I told you perpendicular distance from the pivot to the force application, the point of force application. This distance, the complete distance is 30 plus 30 is 60 centimeter. So here centimeter, here centimeter. So here is equal sign. No need to convert the unit. No need to convert the unit if there is a equal sign and both sides are in unit, same unit. No need. Okay, students, because you can cancel this centimeter, centimeter. So no need of converting the centimeter to meter, right? Okay, now do the calculation. X is equal to 15 times 60. This numerator will become denominator, and using calculator you can get the answer. The answer is 30 Newton. Now we want to find the mass. So what is the formula of weight? Weight is equal to mg. So weight is equal to mg, a magic triangle. I want to find the mass. So the formula is W divided by G. So mass is equal to weight over gravitational field strength. So the weight just now we found 30. G value is given 10. So the answer is 3 kilogram. So you see, students, it's very easy. That's the answer, right? Calculation. Question number 8. The diagram shows an aeroplane turning in a horizontal circle at a constant speed. So you underline the word constant speed, and here it is turning. Okay, this name of the topic, this question number 7, the name of the topic is moment and center of gravity. And this one, question number 8, circular motion. The name of the topic is circular motion, because we found here, you see, the turning will is the clue word to find out the topic name, circular motion. In which direction is there a resultant force? Now if you see, the flight seems to move in this direction like this. So it is turned slightly up like this. So it always acting towards the center of the circle. Center of the circle. Now here if you draw a circle, you will know this one acting towards the center of the circle. So the answer is D. Okay. If it is in the other side, the answer will be in the opposite direction. This way it will come if it is tilted in the opposite direction. Okay, students. So the answer for question number D is question number 8 is D. What is the concept in the circular motion? The centripetal force or the resultant force always acting towards the center of a circle, towards the center of a circle. So you have to first check in which direction the flight is turning. Okay, is it clear, students? Now go to the next page, page number 5. Page number 5. By looking at this picture, you would know this is a manometer. And which topic is this manometer? It is from pressure. In the pressure, there are 3 topics. One is solid pressure, liquid pressure, atmospheric or gas pressure. So here it is gas pressure. Okay, listen. The diagram shows the level X and Y in a liquid manometer with the gas tap open. Here is the gas supply. Here is a tap. You can open and close to regulate the gas supply into the tube. This is a U-shaped tube. Okay. Now this end is opened. So here atmospheric pressure, that is from the atmosphere, the gas air is flowing through the open end of this tube. This is the right side end, this is the left side, right? Through the right side end, open end, the air molecules, they flow through the pipe and push the make pressure, produces pressure onto the upper surface of water or a liquid inside. Okay, and this side, when you open the tap, the gas flows through the pipe and exert a pressure on the surface of the liquid X, right? So this one is like a tug of war. So here, who pushes the liquid more? Is that a gas or a atmospheric pressure? You can see which is being pushed more. This side, the left side, liquid is being pushed more. Which is why this other side liquid is raised up. Can you see? If suppose the atmospheric pressure is more, this liquid surface is being pushed more than the gas pressure. So you can see in the other way around, this Y surface will be below the neutral line or the equilibrium line below, and this liquid will be above the equilibrium line, right? Okay. What is the pressure of the gas supply? They're asking what is the pressure of the gas supply. Okay. Now here you see, students, 18 centimeter of liquid below atmospheric pressure. Okay, first of all, you should decide, is gas supply, is a greater than atmospheric pressure? The pressure is greater or less? It is greater, right? Because you can see from the diagram, by observing from the diagram, you can easily decide the gas supply, the gas has more pressure than the atmospheric pressure, right? So you cannot, from the beginning, you can cancel these two options. The gas pressure is not below the atmospheric pressure, it is above the atmospheric pressure. Above the atmospheric pressure means not the line. Don't misunderstand this line. Okay, you have to think about the value of pressure, the pressure of atmosphere and the pressure of gas. Here the gas pressure is more, so how much centimeter more? From the top surface to the bottom surface you have to count. From here to here is 9, and here to here is 9, so altogether 9 plus 9 is 18. So here is the option. So your answer is D. Okay, so we are selecting at the beginning, we cancelled this because of below the atmosphere. It's not, the gas pressure is not below the atmospheric pressure, so we cancel this. And above is here, so we are selecting the right option by counting or by adding the length given in the question. Okay, students, so question number 9 is from the pressure. And question number 10, which part of the graph shows the limit of proportionality for an elastic solid? It is Hooke's law. It's a question from Hooke's law. So whenever you see the extension load graph, elasticity, this is from Hooke's law. Okay. So which part of the graph shows the limit of proportionality for an elastic solid? The answer is C. You have to see the end of the straight line. This is the end of the straight line. At this point, the limit, the name of the point is called elastic limit or limit of proportionality. Limit of proportionality. Okay, so this is not a region. They did not ask a region. They asked a limit of proportionality, which means it is a point. It is a point, just a point. Limit of proportionality means it is a point. The name of the point is elastic limit. That is the end of the straight line. The point is P, students. Okay, thank you very much. And then the remaining questions I will discuss in the second video. Okay, and hope you are enjoying physics. And if you have any doubt, please don't forget to ask. You can just type it in the suggestion box or write a comment about this video, and please don't forget to subscribe and promote my channel. Thank you very much, my dear students.